Hello again. I'm an enormous block of ice, and I've just been kicking my legs as if I've been disco dancing. Welcome to Vintage Key Studio. Today, we're going to be looking at the Bontempi chord organs. We have the Bontempi HIT 1 and the Bontempi 13. This one is the elder of the two. This one is a HIT organ 258, and I believe dates from roughly 1970. And this one below, the Bontempi 13, dates from the mid-1970s. This is actually the organ of the type that I learnt how to play keyboards on when I was a very, very small bat. And I used to sit in my bedroom listening to records and playing along with it on one of these. Mine wasn't a brown organ, mine was a orange one. A bit like this, so it was like this one here, but with these colours. Bontempi are, or I think they're still a company, but they made musical instruments, and I think they may still make musical instruments. They're Italian, as the name sort of hints at, really. They made these organs, and I think everybody I knew when I was growing up had one in their house, and they usually wouldn't let me have a go on it. That's why I've got no friends anymore. They have electric motors in, very much like the Hohner Organetta that I did a demo of a few years ago. These are very, very basic reed organs that are powered with an electric pump or an electric motor. So the only electric part to either of these two is just the motor. The rest of it's completely acoustic. And as you can see by this ridiculous array of microphones pointing all over the place, these organs have separate output zones, because obviously the reeds for the main keyboard part is here, and then the reeds for the chords are here. And the same goes for up here as well, and for these. This one here has a loudness function, which is basically just a sort of a covering that goes over the reeds and then comes off them when you want to sort of make it louder. And this one is always just the same level, the orange one. So without further ado, let's switch them on and have a go. I'll start with this one here, just to see what the fan sounds like. Ooh, bit squeaky. I'll switch that one off, and then you can hear what this one sounds like underneath. Right, this one now. Now you may be able to hear some birds as well. We do have a few birds outside, and you can occasionally hear them squeaking through the, or it's not squeaking, tweeting through the windows. Right, let's have them both on then. Okay, so I'll just give you a very, very, very quick demo of what these things do, because they don't do a lot, but I think they're great. So first of all, we have the Bontempi HIT organ 258, and it's just got a couple of octaves on this. And then we've got notes here. Oh no, sorry, notes here. The B flat, F, C, G, and then the major chord triads of the same B flat, F, C, G. Okay. So that's that one, and then we have underneath the Bontempi 13, which is a similar idea, but with a bit more on it. We've got 3 octaves on this one. And then we have, we've got majors and minors on this, and the bass as well. So you have major. I used to sit for hours when I was about 3 doing this. And And I remember when I first started playing along to music by ear, which is how I started doing it, I played along to, it must have been 1981, Soft Cell had a single out at the time called Bedsitter, which I happen to have a copy of. And I realised that if I played I think it was the C chord on here, the major chord, it sounded a bit like the record. I can't remember what key the record was in, but it must have been a similar one. So if you went sounded a bit like the synth on it. And that was the one thing I do remember. I mean, I think I was doing it before that, but that was the main sort of turning point, I think, in thinking, oh, that doesn't sound much, really. But anyway, these things, obviously, you generally wouldn't have two of them, but just because I'm very extravagant, I have got two. And they're a delight, I have to say. Let's just have a bit of a play. Oh, I should really show you the lows and softs. Now let's bring in a bit of the top one, which is a bit louder than this one. You can get at least 3 different kinds of sounds on these. Trying to find something interesting, but that's nice. Crikey. Well, that was interesting. These are made of plastic and I would imagine they were very, very cheap to produce at the time. And they're still fairly cheap to get hold of. Well, relatively cheap to get hold of. just a great bit of fun, really. And I say I'm very pleased that because I haven't had one of these for years. I think I must have got my first piano when I was about 6, which is around about that time. So and I think the moment I had the piano, my dad said, "Right, get rid of the organ." So I think that's what happened. But anyway, it's lovely to have them back again, and I'll just play you out with a little bit more Rick Capeman. Something like that. Don't you wish that they had those in Yes instead of Hammonds? I think that'd be great. Well, as you may have gathered, I can't remember how that tune goes, but never mind, that's fine. So, there we have the Bontempi HIT 1 and HIT 13. It's not a HIT 13, but it's a hit in my book. If you'd like me to don my cape and record some old rubbish like this, do drop me a line. Thank you very much for watching, and like and subscribe or not. Good night.